John, why are you harassing me? I'm always late. The one time I'm early. What? Good morning, everyone. Let's see here. Got a couple little things to add into my setup and maybe take a drink so I don't sound like a frog. And we'll start in a second. Oh my gosh, I have to go run the chat. I see you guys are chatting. I'm not even looking. Yep, time zone's Barry. Hello. Constantinos. There, yes, Constantinos. And John. And who else is here? I thought I saw somebody else. Yeah, well, it's 9 a.m. here. I'm going to be on your time in a couple days, John. I know what his name's down. Really? Okay, go ahead. Cat problems. Wow, my voice is shot. Okay, we are no longer starting soon. Let me get the music on. Hold on. Where is my royalty-free music so I don't get shut down? There it is. Was coming from, but it's not my headset. Oh, it's coming out of my Alexa. That's funny. Let's jump in the VC. Yeah. Morning, John.
Ah, you're here now.
Yes. Not yet. Give it a few more days. That was a joke. Let me see. Okay, whoever's on the stream watching, please tell me how the sound is. Okay, check here. I have to ask, what did you talk about last 2 to 3 Minecraft scenes? Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Everything, including cats.
A lot of cats. Yeah. And let's see. We talked about some of the stuff we talked about.
Don't tell him what we made.
Hold on.
Do we go?
My mic was muted, or rather, maybe the incorrect mic was muted. Let me just actually double check. Oh, it looks like the audio was captured. It's probably using the wrong mic. Properties. It is using the wrong mic.
Tell him.
Yeti. Tell him what?
Don't tell them what we built. Give them a guided tour of last time's construction.
The temple?
What we built at the Temple of Apollo.
Oh yeah, I had to remember. I did it, and I forget.
Well. It was about 3 hours work, and you forgot.
And yet people ask me how I forget like facts and shit. I did it for 3 hours and I forgot. That's what she said. That was funny actually. Actually, let me do this so I can walk down. But then I was like, arbitrary, forget everything about all the Hellenic shit. I'm like, I did this for 3 hours and I forgot what I did. I read this once. Also, hello everyone. Just destroying shit on my way. I have no ability to direction myself when I'm walking first person. Oh wait, there's a herm. Hold on.
What?
There's a herm. We have to bow to the herm. It's called a herm, right?
Take your word for it.
It's the little statues of Hermes.
We need our encyclopedia of Hellenic things. Pick the Pagan to join.
We do.
Pinned out, ass pick. Is our oracle.
Well, none of us are oracles, but you know, maybe we should put a statue in there to pretend to be the oracle. It's taking forever, and I'm almost lost. Okay, no, I found myself. I know where I am. See, I'm traveling abroad to find myself, everybody. I'm going to find it in Versailles. I'm just letting y'all know.
Going
John.
to Versailles.
Huh?
Yes.
What's in Versailles? Oh my
I
gosh.
know what's in Versailles. Really big empty palace.
Yes. In the palace, there is a room called the Hall of Mirrors. And I have wanted to visit this room since I first found out about it in college. Okay, well, first off, let's just go back here. Okay, so this is the Apollo Temple that I believe B started, and then she had to move, so I took over. So first, let's just go ahead and take this book. Especially so, I'm not on camera today because I have a stupid sty on my eye. So Apollo, would you please help me? Because I do not want those in the pictures or my trip. Thank you. I can't do prayer hands in this one. Ah, we can't do emojis in Minecraft. Oh no. Problems we have. Yodels. Hey Astrid, how are you this morning? Cables were cut. Oh my gosh. Like on purpose? Like maliciously, Constantinos? Or like someone fucked up? Right? I actually got up early today. I legitimately thought yesterday was Thursday, everybody. like legitly thought yesterday was Thursday. I even talked to Baby Witch, who by the way is our new secretary, and was setting up the events. And I even looked over the event that she made for book club, said it was correct, and then proceeded to promptly forget about book club. Well, about the day entirely. So I was so worried that I was like, no, I'm gonna miss Minecraft. And I think I was so anxious about it. I actually woke up before 7 a.m. even though I went to bed at 2. I'm gonna be shattered later.
The thing is, the notification for today's Minecraft went off at would be 5 a.m. your time. It said it started 3 hours ago.
What?
Yeah. The thing is, because it's evening here now, the alert popped up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon saying it started. And
oh yeah, no, 3 hours
Discord,
ago. It shouldn't say it started. It should be saying it's going to start. Oh yeah, no, it says I'll be on at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time 3 hours from now. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Because I know that there's people on the East Coast, and we have a lot more. Sorry, John. I'm pretty sure we have a lot more people in the United States as opposed to UK. I mean, I'd love to get those demographics. Oh, no, I think we have that by the time zones. Anyway, this is the Oracle at Delphi, Pythia, and we made this. And if you want to go see the Oracle, you can come here and sign the book. And so these are our stairs. It is closed to visitors. You have to have an appointment. You have to be let in. Ah, I fell. You should have a rail or something over there. I feel like that's...
We'll speak to the person who built it.
I mean, I wrote Hain apparently with chain. Okay, I mean, that kind of works, I guess. Jump! Okay. So, this is where you leave an off. Oops, wrong one. This is where you leave an offering for Pythia. And we'll go into the chest and we'll see we have some offerings here. I happen to have some poppies, so we'll take that. Let me see what else. Ooh, we have this leather. I guess we can put that there. Make the seat comfy for her. Ooh, a feather. Aren't stuff like feathers and stuff used for divination as well? So then we have the seat. Get first person perspective here. We have the seat here for the Oracle. We have the stone that is the center of the world. It's not really the real center, but it has historical representation. So, and people who are waiting for the Oracle can come sit here. It is beautifully lit by all the candlelight. And these are the fumes that the Oracle would... That didn't take long. Well, I fell into the lava. But these are the fumes. Weren't they like volcanic fumes too?
Yes, there were volcanic fumes through the cracks underneath the temple.
Less of a crack, more of a giant hole here, but you know, that's how it goes. This is the newest edition. Oh, I think that actually helped. Let's see.
In the hole there, can you put a chain across in the middle of the hole so you can't fall down it?
That's a good question.
You'd probably fall through it, put the chain up and lock yourself in forever.
Probably. I think that worked. It worked. Good idea, John. Number of times you can just go watch the stream last time, Constantinos, and just listen for me scream. Just put it on 3 speed and just listen for when Victoria screams. It's a lot. that, really. Ooh. Well, that works. Kind of. Yep, we're gonna do that. That looks terrible. Oh my god, it's so dark. Why is it so dark? Let me check my settings. Immediately forgets how to check her settings. Channel every Friday night. What? Who's? Oh, on a Greek channel on your TV. Oh, it is bright. All right. It's probably the reflection I'm getting. Yeah, so we built this room for the Oracle here in Apollo's Temple. We also did a bunch of stuff in Apollo's Temple too. We added some more stained glass to have a more open feeling. Open-y. Like, this was on another stream. We added some stuff here. We squared off these fumes, so you know, if you want to get high on life in Minecraft, you can. Not that anything will happen, but yeah, we might add more. What's this? Oh, I added those. That's right. But yeah. I'm thinking today. Well, first, I need to go and see Hermes. Because I don't like flying that much, despite how much I do in this game. Really? Oh, that's cool. Love to see it. TV or not. I mean, I guess I could probably find it. So, I found an interesting, I have to actually go look it up now, I guess. There is a place in Leeds. Let me get back to my map so I can find it. That is it's like a pagan circle, John.
Yeah.
I didn't scrolling across the ocean. Okay. It is called Sturton Circle? Stone Circle? Stewarton?
Sturton.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to pop in there. I don't know if that's where we might hang out for the meetup, because I don't have a car and I'm not really on my schedule here.
Yeah.
But and also I apparently accidentally jam-packed the days that I was supposed to go to Leeds. But I won't go into Paris instead.
Well, the UK is going to be great.
Someone else had signed in to the to Hermes' temple. Nice job, guys. Yes, I want to stop by there.
Right. No wonder I've not seen it. Sturton is a massive industrial zone. You're surrounded by chemical works and everything.
It seemed to be in a bit of like a park thing. Oh no. No, we're not. I see it. But it's really pretty.
Yeah. It's a new build, yeah.
Is it a new build?
Built in the 1980s. No, built in the 1980s. It's a new build.
Okay. That's when I was born. So...
Yeah.
Do you mind not hurting my
$1,000
feelings first thing in the morning, John.
Anything less than 1,000 years old is a new build.
Like, right, I was gonna say, see next page. 9:10. I don't know why I need to pause to remember to sign my own name. Okay.
It's multitasking.
Yes, and I technically haven't had my tea yet because I turned it to iced tea. It's hot.
Please.
It's not just hot, it's like, over here.
You won't die of diabetes from drinking. You won't die of diabetes from drinking it.
Not that kind of iced tea, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sweet tea, sweet iced tea from the south. Woof.
They should just be banned from calling it tea. That stuff.
It's all sugar.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Why are you all in the corner? Oh, little bun. We are going to.
Oh, they're still alive.
I know, yeah, they're still alive. I'm just gonna grab a lead anyway, because they tend to get away from me. I'm gonna make another baby! 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 One's carrots. You get a carrot. You get a carrot. You get one. Look, they're all excited. I feel like this. I may have taken too many bunnies. You little one and you big one. Darn it! I broke it already. There's a lot of bunnies in this particular. One. Put them over here. And there we go. Just tidying up Hermes' temple. So you know. Maybe he will let everything go smoothly with the flights. Alright, I'm trying to remember. Crazy in the best way, nice. I was gonna tell you guys. What was the topic? Shit, I actually thought of one this morning. Instead of just rambling mindlessly.
You do that so well.
I know, I really do though. Except for the fact that I went to sleep at 1:30 the day before yesterday, and I went to sleep at 2 a.m. this morning. Actually, more like 2:50. I didn't remember looking at my watch. Because I thought that today was gonna be Friday. So I thought I had an whole extra day. I did not. So, let's give these guys some salmon. Give them
No
Ross.
using TNT today.
I don't know. I didn't think of what we're gonna do actually. I think I'd like to take a stab at the Ares temple again. Trying to finish that up. Oh, and one for you. All the kitties got the fruitses. I wonder if we can. What? Why are you following me? Come on. Oh my goodness. I stole one of the temple kids. Didn't mean to.
Just stop them from eating the rabbits.
Oh. Hey.
Where'd that kitten come from?
Probably the fact that I gave them all food. I mean, the cat's on the bed. What else is new? Climbing all over the furniture. What? That's ridiculous. You guys can come sit up here. Aww. Nope. How do I... I'm trying to get rid of the leads now. I don't know how. I did bad things. Please sit. Thank you. Ugh. I destroyed it. Is it a trapdoor? There we go. And I don't remember what was actually in it. Oh, it was a bed. See, what happens is I go around and I just destroy stuff and then I fix it. Nobody knows. Except you, John. You know what happens to snitches. That's a joke. The cats are back. Yes. Hey, Pick.
Oh, hi, Pick.
I think the weather's got me all allergied. There were statues here, but I don't know how to remake them.
Well, I spent most of the afternoon dealing with the police in this lovely area I live. Some kids smashed up 3 cars in the car park last night.
Oh no! Like on
That's
purpose?
just an I don't think many people accidentally pick up a house brick and put it through your passenger window and then rob everything as an accident.
Terrible. What?
And another car, I think the diesel was siphoned out of the tank.
Oh, that's so sad. You know what? I'll be honest.
It's normal.
It was my car.
Here.
It was my car. I mean, the braking stuff I do not approve of, and I would be very, very mad about. But there's certain things that I'm like, you know what? If you had to steal it, you needed it more than me. I count fuel as one of those. Fuel, food, clothes. Because I've had people be like, because I forget stuff all the time. Not a new. I mean, I know this was something that you guys didn't think was true, but I actually do forget things. And many times I forget laundry. Or I'll put it in a laundry, like a coin laundry place, and I'll just go do something and come back. And people have always been like, oh, aren't you worried like someone's gonna steal your laundry? And I was like, honey, if someone steals my laundry, they can have it. Like, they need it way more than me.
Yeah.
So it's a random flower just growing. Gotta keep the weeds down. But yeah, and as well as like food and stuff. Wow, maybe we really did die. I think we already talked about what was our favorite. Oh, I remember one. I want to know what your favorite crafts, like have you done a craft or a project for, we're going to go for fun or for religious purposes. What was your favorite one? It doesn't have to be Hellenic, obviously, as always. You know what? I forgot I did this much.
What do you mean by craft?
Something you made.
It's easier to buy than make.
Some things, yeah. There, as we have a 3D printer, my partner 3D prints things all the time. Usually it's things that he can't find, or he'd have to buy like 100 of in order to get it. So, because there's like some tech parts and stuff that's like, oh, I want like 3 of this type of special screw, and you can only order them in a pack of 100. Incense burners, nice. I don't know if anyone really thought about this, but you can make incense burners out of pretty much anything that isn't going to immediately catch on fire. I just put shitty dollar store sand in dishes. Paths. I don't want to work on paths. There's so many paths to get done. I'll work on a temple for Hestia. Man, I do think the cottage is nice. Hestia's temple should probably be here, right behind her hearth, if I was to hazard.
Yeah, but you said you were doing Ares' temple.
I went in and I decided I'm not going to because I didn't have any better ideas. I didn't do the research on the epithets like I said I would. And y'all know sometimes I say I'm going to do something and then my brain spasses out, so I do apologize for that in general.
That's just old age.
Shut your mouth, John. I am not old.
Ask a teenager.
I know. My little brother's so big. Like, I remember when he was so tiny.
They tell the truth and it hurts so much.
It does hurt so much. And I don't know, my brother telling me something versus, like, other kids telling me something. Like, I love my brother, but his opinion counts less because I know him, like, too well, and he rags on me. And now that he's taller, he rags on me more, which he's about to learn some lessons about who won when me and his older brother got into a couple fights. Give you a hint, it wasn't my brother's. It's because I play dirty, though. Yeah, they do tell the truth and hurts so much.
That's why they have the nickname of an elf. An evil little... You can finish the rest yourself.
Oh my god, I've never heard that before.
Oh, it's a little thing in England, yeah. They don't understand what it means, but oh yeah, he's an elf.
That's funny. I didn't think there was a word for that. That's ridiculous. I mean, I just thought kids, because, kids are brutal. Ask anyone who's ever had kids. Kids are brutally honest. Like, I mean, which is great, but also, ow, my heart, man.
Yeah, concentrated evil as well, because they're small. The evil's more concentrated.
I'm terrified of middle schoolers.
That's the best thing
wait, why
about
is there
kids
water coming off of here? Hold on. Oh. Okay, I guess might be on purpose. That's kind of cool. That's definitely purpose. So yeah, I'm actually trying to think of where to do the hangout in Leeds. But let me see. What I wanted to say, let's see, craft. Oh, I think my favorite one that I've done is my 3D printed Medusa talisman, like hangy thing. And I painted it pretty colors, which is probably one of the few things that I've ever made for the gods that I've painted pretty colors, because everything else in my house is like colors. So I try to keep like certain things white so that they either contrast or add to the house. Also, my stupid walls are cream. I hate cream walls.
That's a 1990s thing, is cream.
Everything
used to be... It was always magnolia paint.
I think they still use it because it hides imperfections a lot better than white. So
that's Artex roofs and walls with the speckled bits in the paint, so it gives you that rough finish. You always put that on a bad wall or roof.
Oh, that's really cool. Metallic horse decoration. Yeah, Poseidon is the creator of horses. You could also do like Athena, because I mean, a lot of fighters that rode chariots into battle, or on, even if it wasn't on chariots, horseback was very popular for obvious reasons. Yeah, you could do that. There was somebody else who had a horse thing too. I don't remember. But
Pegasus?
yes. know. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, no Pegasus.
Oh,
The winged
I'm sorry. I
horse.
didn't understand you said Pegasus.
Yeah.
There we go. So now it's like a little
Actually,
channel.
in England, Pegasus, the winged horse, is the symbol for the parachute regiment.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, I probably need that gate. Let me do it. There we go. Now we have a little pond for the back of Hestia's temple. I don't know how we're gonna make a more homey temple than the temple that we already, than the house we already made. And I also don't know other stuff, like any other epithets for Hestia. I actually don't know any of the epithets. Let me just come clean on that one. I know none of them.
That's why we have pick.
Yeah, Astrid's here too. I bet Astrid would know. Astrid wasn't around I don't think in the last stream, so I'm gonna pick on Astrid.
Volunteer her.
Yeah, volunteer. Yeah. And sorry, I'm trying to be really good about like yes, okay. Sometimes I just want to check because I feel dumb. There was someone I was talking to, I can't remember, it was yesterday, and I remember I was like, oh no, I corrected. Oh, it was my friend from Australia. He came around and I had to inform him of some new developments, pronouns for some people we know. And he was like, I didn't know. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? So that's why I was like, oh my god, who was that person I was talking about yesterday? So yeah, anyone up for grabs, but I'm gonna pick on Astrid. For epithets of Poseidon versus Athena. Yes, right? Oh, now you have to make a choice, and there's only one good answer, and it's neither of them. Yeah, I realized I asked for epithets and then didn't say who, and then I was like, I don't know who. I guess Hestia. Yeah, Hestia. Any epithets for Hestia? Oh, that would be nice. That would be so sweet. Gaia and Uranus together. That'd be really sweet. Let's see. I don't know what to construct Hestia's house out of. What things did Hestia like? Let's go look it up. Actually, I wonder if I have a I might have a Twitch command for that. Let me see. Nope, that didn't work. Let's see. Let's look up Hestia's temple. She had actually very few significant temples or shrines dedicated to her, apparently. Let's see. Hestia, which means hearth or fireside, daughter of Kronos and Rhea, sacrificial fire. There's temples, shrines, and colonies. So every private and public hearth was regarded as a sanctuary of the goddess, a portion of the sacrifices to whatever divinity they offered belonged to her. On the embassy, nope, not saying that word. It's too early. To be fair, it's always too early. The temple at Ephesus, I don't know, was dedicated to Hestia Boulea. Okay, so we found an epithet. Hestia of the Senate, or Boule. Oh, that's where the word Boule comes from. 2 years at Helion, and 3 years later. 3 years later? I don't know. No, I was with Helion for like 5 years. And I still didn't understand what some of I'm not good at the Greek words, guys. We know this. And I always forget, which is why none of the channels have any Greek in them. I don't know if any of you noticed. It's because I will literally forget where things are on my own server. But I just... Victoria learned something today, where the word boule comes from. Okay. Doesn't say any colors. Do we know any colors or anything for her? That way I can figure out what to do with this house thing. I have an idea. What if we have a statue for Eros, Helios, Selena, Nyx from at the side, the sun, the moon also rise. Totally. I don't know how to make statues. I know someone on the server does, and we've talked about really looking it up sometimes. And I did actually once, and then my brain hurt. So, that is a really good idea. I'm gonna go put that actually up. We're right near it, so I'm gonna go put that up. I just make you guys stare at a blank screen. I'll put those on the project board. Where the sun rises and Celine. And let's get some ink so that this doesn't look terrible and we can actually read it. These are great. If you guys have ideas for projects, I'll just sit here all fucking day and put projects up on the board.
Yeah, we just need to build them.
Oh, look. They will be built. I know there's a few people that come on here and just build things like crazy. I am not one of them. I mean, I guess I am now because I did spend 3 hours building that thing. Still.
Yeah, but that was less building like crazy, but rather more like crazy building. You
True.
started off with a huge amount of TNT blowing a hole.
You weren't here. I think a lot of you actually weren't here when we first made the server. Ah, darn. I fixed it. Nobody saw it. This whole area here, this whole thing was all trees. All of this. And so what I did, and similarly to what I did here, but then gave up on, I just lit them all on fire and we watched them blaze for a little bit. It was awesome.
And that also tells us more of you.
I mean, I'm a pyromaniac. Have I not told you guys the stories of how many times I've lit things on fire by accident and nearly killed myself by accident?
No, I missed that one.
Okay, this is the warning. Cautionary tales. Don't play with fire.
I wouldn't mention that one at passport control on your way through.
Okay, let me see. The Tower of Winds. We don't know what it was used for, but it has some connection to the winds and has reliefs of them. Oh, wow, that's cool. So when I was a kid, I would talk to the wind. And is it any surprise that I ended up here? I'm just saying. Oh yeah, we have the other blue flame. Okay, that matches. I'm gonna build a bridge because that's all I can think of building right now. I'm on fire! Ah! So, okay, I'm not saying that, I'm just gonna tell it how, I'm just gonna tell the facts, guys, okay? I mean, you can judge me, I won't care anyway, but, this was not intentional. Well, no, it was totally intentional. Okay, I'm just gonna tell the story. So, I have a twin brother. And my twin brother is a bit of a dick sometimes. And was a bit of a dick for a lot of my childhood. However, at the juncture of this story, I did not yet know that. So we're just gonna say that. And maybe young Victoria had some thoughts. No, this is terrible. Don't do this. I'm joking. I'm joking, okay? I really am. Don't do what I'm about to tell you I did. So when I was really young, we're gonna go chronologically. When I was really young, like little, like tiny toddler baby. Oh, bollocks. I'm gonna start using bollocks now because I want these stairs to go right. I was probably 6. No, like 6 or like 5. Yeah. You should be a little scared. A little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Just a little bit.
This is gonna involve fire.
This is gonna involve fire. You should be scared. So as I mentioned, I was like very young, and back then, me and my brother, because we're twins, we had bunk beds. Like most siblings, you know, or I think like a lot of siblings, but not most. But I need the half step for this. These are quartz. I guess smooth. And so, but the bottom, and very smartly, a lot of companies will put fire resistant mesh or bottoms under like bunk beds and stuff, under the like where the mattress is supposed to go. And my parents got that, and that was there and everything, and it was cool. And but it hung very loosely. I remember this because I always thought it was stupid. So I was like, that seems like poor. I was very judgy even back then. And so I loved fire, though. And so one day, we were supposed to be in bed. My dad was out, and he was having, I guess, dinner or something with a potential client or whatever from work. And my mom was home, and she had her friend over, and we were supposed to be in bed. I do actually remember a lot of this, so I know that it's true. And so I don't remember this bit, but apparently my brother comes out to my mom in his pajamas and her friend and is like, "Hey, Mom." She's like, "Yeah, what are you doing out of bed?" Whatever. He's like, I have a question. She's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Fire's bad, right?" And she's like, "Yes, fire's bad. Go to bed." And he's like, "Okay." And they're like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Ah, kids." And then he comes out again and he's like, "So we shouldn't play with fire." And she's like, "Yes, you shouldn't play with fire. What? And he's like, Nothing. It's okay." And so I guess this dude was coming back and telling me we shouldn't play with fire because Mom said so or whatever. And, then he comes out again, and I don't know what he asked her. I think it was like, I can't remember the other question because, again, this was not my memory. Someone else told me this. Or rather, my family told the story a bazillion times, and I thought it was hilarious because I would totally do this. Admittedly, I would totally do this if I had not known better, because don't hurt people. It's not nice. Or attempt to hurt people. So, my happy ass, after the third time, I was like, what is going on? That's it. Something's happening. This is not questions. These are not just dumb kid questions. What's happening? And so, she comes in to find, I need these ones. to find my happy butt on the bottom bunk, which is where I was supposed to be because I've always been a little bit afraid of heights. With a lighter to the bottom of my brother's bunk, burning through the fire protectant thing. So I don't remember if I got in trouble, but I'm pretty sure I probably did.
Yeah, we'll go with yes, and a lot of trouble.
So yeah, that is probably the earliest memory / time that I started.
Not a good beating you deserved.
Yeah. I'm not sure he was that much of a dick back then, but maybe I preemptively knew. No, that's terrible. You should not hurt your... I'm making a joke. Yeah. I imagine so. That I probably got in trouble. I got into a lot more trouble as a young child than as an older child. Once I hit, like, tweens... I'm taking a drink. Sorry, 1 second. Like, I tried to run away when I was younger, like a little kid, and I actually also remember, I know this is true as well, because I remember being in the hallway portion, because it was like a apartment, so there was like a small hallway portion, and we lived on the first floor, so like I could just walk out our door and be on the hallway bit. So yeah, okay, and then I know I've told this story on stream before where I accidentally may have almost smoked me and my mother to death. Because we had a chimney. Okay, whoever put me in charge of fire, knowing who I am, it's your own fault, okay? I tell people. People know. Oh, there's no... Okay.
I just hope you're not in England for November the 5th. That could be bad.
Oh, Fred told me about bonfire night.
Yeah. Traditional bonfires, pagan festivals, all that lot.
I mean, yeah, the smoking was... Oh, no, the smoking wasn't the worst. The fact that there's a worse, I feel like, should be more scary. So, yeah, back in Rhode Island... When I lived in Rhode Island, we had a house with a chimney because it was New England and it got cold and every house had a fucking chimney. But the chimneys would get clogged with, like, crap from the summer. You know?
That's called a bird's nest.
No, we never had a bird's nest on it, but we did get a lot of leaves and cobwebs and stuff. Had a lot of other birds' nests everywhere, but yeah, and I get, well, first off, it hadn't been cleaned was the one issue. So we knew it was going to get a little smoky. But, like, my dad and my brother were out at the time. My little brother wasn't born at that point. So it was just me and my mom. And at that point in time, me and my mom got on pretty well. Like, I called her Mini-Me for various reasons. And at the time, I didn't mind it because I was young and naive. And so we were like, oh, we're just going to sit on the floor. We're going to have some snacks. Like, we would make, like, trays of, like, you know, like a deli platter or whatever. My mom loved deli. I love ham. So it was a match made in heaven, deli platters. And so we just sat down and we're like, oh, yeah, it's going to get a little smoky, whatever. And she's like, okay, go open the chimney. I don't think your dad opened the chimney. And I was like, okay, my dad did open the chimney. I closed it. So,
Good.
Yep. So all the smoke went in the house. And we did not realize for a while. In fact, we didn't realize until I got up to go get more snacks and then promptly screamed because I was like, oh shit, there's smoke. Like a lot of it. And Yeah. Uh, Fortunately, the fire department was not needed to be called in that instance. I say that because there was one that they were.
Yeah.
You all know now. Surprise Pikachu face.
Mhm.
I love Pikachu.
Surprised, but also it's a case of, yeah, that fits really.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I mean, I use fire for most of my offering stuff, and obviously we know why now.
Yes, but you're not supposed to use petrol at the same time.
I use kerosene lamp oil and alcohol, actually.
I'm going to limit you to 1 tea candle per day.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. But
um,
when I was growing up, we used to have bonfire night, but it was
yeah,
also known as an excuse for getting rid of things you always wanted to get rid of.
by
So you know,
fire.
roofing felt. The In America, it'll be what your roofing shingles are made out of, that tar
Oh
material.
yeah.
If you put, may say, more than 1 ton of it in a fire, it really does get big.
Oh wow. Yeah,
We
I'd
had
imagine so.
rolls and rolls of it off a roof, and we put it all in the middle of the fire and built the fire up, because you don't want to have to pay for tipping it. So you just put it in the middle of the fire, wait till it goes dark, and set fire to it on the biggest
Is
fire day of the year.
is that
The
safe to burn?
That's a safe thing. There was one time my parents bought a new farm, and we were clearing out the buildings, and there were so many boxes. We got to the point where we thought we wouldn't bother checking the boxes anymore.
Oh
If you're from
no.
England, but England and Europe, they're quite common. I don't know about America, but we have a company called Camping Gas. And imagine something like about an 8-inch cube, but it's a little canister size, and you put it inside a little lamp or a little stove heater. You can buy them and turn around and threw a box on the bonfire
Oh
and walked away.
no.
Next thing, I'm lying on the floor with my ears ringing, and there was one inside it. And my dad's walking to me
Oh
carrying
my
the box which says,
gosh.
and my dad says, on this box he's carrying, it says camping gas. And we were throwing hairspray canisters and all sorts on, so we were used to the sound of rattle metal in there. So I get up and walk over to him, and we open up the boxes in there, and it's a full box of 12 he was about to throw on the bonfire because we'd just given up
Oh my
checking the
gosh, that's
boxes.
so scary. Wow. I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, it was, my hearing came back after an hour or so.
I know, that's like you were next to a bomb.
Yeah,
See,
it
and you're
didn't
sitting here
stop us
judging
though.
me. I've never
Oh,
blown
we kept
anything
throwing.
up. I just light things on fire. Wait,
There's
hold on, let
another
me think.
thing.
Wait, let me think. Yeah, I've never blown anything up. My dad
Uh,
has. On purpose in the
so
desert.
at the same time, we had a barn. We had these asbestos roof panels on it, and they're very expensive to get rid of. But if in the middle of winter you peel the top layer of soil off the field, lay it all down, run it in with a truck, and cover it back up, then apply to the local council for an environment grant for trees and have them plant trees all over the top of it and turn it into a natural woodland,
Nice.
then you can, yeah, and it's sort of like everybody's going, oh, it's so nice you've put that natural woodland in. Yes, it's to cover up what we've buried in the soil so nobody will find it for 200 years.
Oh my goodness. That
And the trees are about 20 years old now. It's still there.
That's nice. Um, so let's see. Constantine. Okay, that's right. I think personally, if Dionysus doesn't at least like,
Share of the drink.
well, I know. What Constantino said, I can imagine you just giving the offering and using whiskey or rum, and the gods being like, "What the? We don't drink that, lady." First of all, thank you for calling me lady. uh, I have I've very almost never been called a lady in my life except for insults because I'm like, I'm not a lady, and I'm like, I don't want to be. Ugh. But that's just being cheeky and funny. Sorry. Yeah, I think at least at the very least Dionysus would take a shot or
Uh,
two. Like, yeah. I could definitely see Ares taking drinking like whiskey. I feel like after a long day he might. Frankly, I think
Pick, I
before a
hope you
battle
didn't
he
give him.
might.
Pick, I hope you didn't give him rubbing alcohol as well.
Uh what? 'Cause fire?
Read if you read Pick's post, rubbing alcohol.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. And there's vodka in my fridge, pretty much, like no matter what. And I think everyone should have vodka in their fridge. Um, I think it might come in handy sometime. So anyway,
Actually, I think I have some Caribbean whiskey on the shelf still.
I know, right? It is the only way he can get through his day. Are you kidding? Like we talked about, one of the things we talked about last week was that Ares kind of sometimes gets pigeonholed, in my opinion, of being like the meanie of Olympus. I just think that's bullshit. Like, it's not like he was like, I like death and war. Like, and they were like, okay. Like, who, I was actually, let me rephrase that. Who assigns these? Because, like, Athena's like, I'm a goddess. I just burst out of my dad's head, and I guess I'm wearing a full armor, so I guess I'm war? Like, and then I feel like that's probably when Ares got his feelings hurt and didn't know how to handle them properly. I don't recall there being a god of therapy in Olympus, I'm just saying.
Dionysus.
Really, you think?
If in doubt, have a beer and so get over
it. True.
If it's sort of like relaxation of have a drink, have a party, relax, get yourself in a happier place. It works wonders for most people. You've had a bad day, go out with your friends and have a party. It sorts most things.
Yeah. I could see that. I meant like therapy. I guess Asclepios, right? Isn't he the healing person? That was so good. Mm-hmm. Wow, I just called myself out of my bullshit right there. Jesus. Anyway, I found rubbing out to be ideal accelerant. I agree. I use 70% alcohol, and I have like a little tiny, like the size of like a soy sauce, like, or a sauce container, thing that's made out of brass and has feet. And even that I put on another metal plate. Yes. Hold on while I high five myself. I actually did high five myself. That wasn't just sound effect. I can imagine Hera being over everything happening and Hestia going, Hera needs a break. Hera needs a drink. You know what? I could definitely see that. And I'm going to steal that, if you don't mind, as an idea for a TikTok if I ever work up the courage to actually dress like the gods, because I want to so badly and I love what other people do, but I just feel really bad doing it myself. I don't know.
That description of Hera reminds me of in Indiana Jones, his girlfriend or wife who was in that Himalayan hut. And the way she drinks, she sits down there and challenges her to a drinking competition. Think she's just a woman, and she's there going, "Okay, bring it on," and drinks anyone under the table and absolutely kicks ass. She'd be a modern incarnation of Hera.
I don't know which character you're talking about, but that sounds pretty good. Yes, Astrid. That is the other reason that I really like alcohol as a thing to burn my offerings in. It burns itself off. It doesn't really use the other things as fuel. So once the alcohol itself burns off, I need dirt. Oh no. And exactly, it leaves just the offering itself, the remains behind, which to me feels almost like, call it ancient Greek teleportation. Like, like how in Star Trek, whoa. Oh, that's right. These are the small trees. I don't like those ones as much.
We need lots of small flowers.
Which one's this one? It might be this one. I think it might be the spruce that I like. Let's put one. I have to fill this up and put one back in here. Yeah.
So, Pick,
I didn't know you had a TikTok.
If you've been pulled into the world of TikTok, are you doing some silly little dance videos as well?
The majority of my videos are
it's always somebody dancing on TikTok.
I love the dances. I actually did that for my business and I thought it was really fun. I just have to make time for my quote unquote studio time. What I actually just need to do is to stop saying I'm going to do shit and just fucking do it like I do here. That does not really make for good, how do I say this? Structure in a comppany. So.
I think what we need to do is get Pick to grow his beard out and get him a big robe.
You don't want to scare people away. Yeah, I have to say, I'm a little annoyed that they are now allowing 10-minute videos. What's next? YouTube.
9-minute adverts.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
9-minute adverts.
Yeah. Is this the tree I want? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm just going to check this one out. Not the jungle sapling. I'll put this one over here just in case I don't like it. Oh. Too far. Too close to the... Meh. You know what? Those would actually be really great for the roof. Yes, that's what I want to do. I want to make her temple an open temple and have the trees be the roof. I think that would be very homey, cottage core-y, which I feel goes really well with Hestia.
Is ambrosia a drink or a food? Because it was the nectar of the gods.
Yeah, that's the thing that actually sustained them. They can eat, they don't have to. Like food, like human food. To my understanding. Yeah. They don't get any sustenance from it. Dionysus just loves the shit out of food. Yes, this is long. It's really funny because I don't feel him like a party god for me. It's more like a hang out. Dude, I guess it's probably because I live in California. I feel like we go have sushi and a pint or some shit.
Isn't California on fire again?
When is it not? We know what's even funny? It rained yesterday.
So the fires got worse?
Probably, to be honest. Yeah. It's so humid here, literally, it's exhausting just the humidity. It was a reasonable temperature this morning, and I went to open the windows to, get fresh air in the house. It was so humid, I literally couldn't go more than, 10 minutes without, sweating my face off. And I was like, you know what? Let's not do this. That's it. Yes, he's the god of, I would say, god of freedom. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I think not just about inhibitions, but I think feeling free. And let me explain that. If you've ever been in an abusive environment, if you've ever felt like Jasmine and Aladdin looking over the castle, or whatever, trapped. Sorry, that was too bad of a reference. I don't know. I know all the lines for a bunch of movies, okay? And they both just say trapped at the same time, and it's really funny. But if you're ever in a situation where you feel trapped, in any way, like you like we understand, and then you've gotten away from it, there is this peace that freedom brings, and it is this breath that feels, in my opinion, if I may, like you've never breathed in your life before, as if your lungs are finally able to expand and act like fucking lungs instead of like an air balloon. Lord of Madness, yeah. Ah, yes, with Dionysus also comes madness. I think probably also one of the reasons I'm really fond of him, Astrid, is because I've never had a hangover. I've never gotten drunk. And not to mean that I haven't drunk, and not to say that I've drank a lot of liquor and not had a hangover, but I've never drank nearly enough to come close to getting a hangover. So I don't have a lot of those negative experiences that I know some people have. And then I've never... I'm probably going to be drinking a lot more in England. There's no weed. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I have to say, as someone who I know I talk about this a bunch, and I thought that it really helped me, and I'm trying to be going without during this past week or so that, I don't get crabby and shitty to people who are very nice to me. Man,
that's one of the nice things about you is when you get...
Huh?
Yeah, but when you get crappy and shitty with people, that's one of the nice things about you.
Ah. So I definitely realized you're just mad. We're all mad here, Astrid.
It's an entry requirement for the group.
I think a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
We've all gone through something to get to where we are, to be with the gods. I think very few people have had a straight normal life and discovered the gods. We've all usually fell upon something really bad, horrible, nasty, which started us to question. And the path just finished here.
I actually do know a few people who've had like a relatively calm life who joined into paganism, or I don't remember their path specifically. It was years ago.
Not told the people.
Huh?
They've probably not told people about the actual.
I mean, true, but we all have trauma. I think honestly, and I kind of like this. I feel like it's just more acceptable to talk about it, and I mean, what's that phrase? Your parents will fuck you up the most. and I would say yes, but if nothing else, from the sheer amount of time that we log in with them, I have a time number on everybody. Everyone I know has a time number. It means how long I can hang around them before I want to strangle them. And there's certain people who have a lot more time, like my bestie, and my partners, and there's certain people who have like a very small amount of time, like several members of my family, even the ones that I like. I can only hang around my grandma like 3-4 hours before I'm just done. Right? Oh no! Oh my gosh, Konstantinos, I'm so glad that you're okay / not dead. I don't know how okay you are, but obviously that's very traumatic. That's awful. Yeah, bullies are awful. Wait, hold on, Konstantinos, I didn't scare you to death yet. Hold on, I have another story about fire.
Safety in
Astrid's
the asylum.
here. So Astrid is also a sovereign lady. If anyone's watching, they don't know, is also a mod on our Discord server. And so, Astrid now has will get a better. Not that I think you need a better one, but I think you pretty got a good insight on one already. But just how crazy Victoria could be, and why am I not surprised? I know, right? 2019. Okay, so I mean that's really recent. I'm glad that you had the pandemic to heal. If you got hurt, hopefully you didn't need to wait all that long. But I hope that you didn't.
Was the car okay?
Is the car okay? Yeah. Such a weird thing to say. So yeah, you can pass on to the other mods, Astrid, that Victoria's nuts, which we know. We know.
Oh, Victoria, I put a picture
Yeah.
in Discord voice chat of, I think it's a photograph of you growing up.
Let me see what you got there. Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Everyone's seen that photo and it has to be you.
So
Yeah,
that
put it up.
how let me just tell the next story, okay? So,
You want to scare more people off?
look, I just tell them facts. Is facts. I'm not ashamed of it. I thought it was funny. Actually, that's not true. I did not think the story was funny. In fact, majority of the instances which I have burned, broken, or set fire to things have been by accident, except for that one time when I was a kid with Victor. With my brother. So this next
So
one,
you and your brother are called Victor Victoria.
Yeah. My little
Wasn't
brother's
that a
name. He's already on the
character
server, so
in-
I'm just gonna say it. It's vegan. His name's already on the server, so yes, it was beautifully original.
No, that was a character out of. Oh, I'll think of the film in a minute. You tell the
Victor
story,
Victoria?
Yeah, it's a character from a film.
Yeah, I think the movie's called Victor Victoria. It's with shit. The hills are alive with the sound of music. What's her name? Oh my god, I forgot. Andrews. Something Andrews. Oh, why? Why is my brain killing me right now? Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
There we go. I have not seen that movie, but everyone has told me about it, which I really want to see, actually.
Victor
Okay, we're gonna
Victoria
take some
from
pictures.
1982.
Yes, but that was not the reason. Thank you, Pick. That was not the
Um,
reason that they named me that way. My great grandmother's name was Victoria, and my mom loved her to bits. And then my dad just wanted a name that was good, so he was like, "Well, Victor, they're twins," and thus became our legacy of we don't even know. Yes, so yes, I have a thing about the names in a bit. Okay, let me scare you. So we had not a gas burner, like the range burners, the elements. Don't die, John. I'm trying to see about where I'm looking more trees. Oh, we're gonna use this one for the thing. That's right. So we had the element burners, and I was not great at remembering what side was which. I was still having trouble with that. I was like a young teen, and I don't know. I mean, y'all know I get confused all the time anyway. So the oven was old, so I turned on the wrong burner.
Yes.
And we had a habit of keeping our basket of very expensive Amway vitamins on the oven in a plastic dollar store container. So
Yeah.
that did not go well. I think I've just had a lot of weird shit happen in my life. I'm no longer phased. There has been more than one occasion to which so many things have happened. I just literally looked up at the sky, gave middle fingers, and went, "What the fuck else you got, bitches? Still fucking standing. Let's go." Which may have not been a good idea, considering at the time I wasn't Hellenist, but now I am, and I may have challenged some people by accident. I think now that I look back on it, I didn't know that I didn't worship the gods at that point. I probably had someone go, "Hold my beer. Let me deal with this mortal." I feel like maybe they did. I know I wheezed. All right. So it kind of spontaneously combusted. Yeah, that was interesting. And then it smoked like a lot. Do not burn plastic, guys. Holy shit. It smoked so bad. Like we opened the doors and there was so much, all the doors and windows, there was so much smoke coming out of the house that the neighbors called the fire department in Smithfield. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
In Smithfield, Rhode Island. I decided in that moment whether or not I care. If you guys know who I like my real name, you guys see my face. I don't give a shit. So yeah, it's a small town, and let's just say word gets around, and everyone knew my house was on fire by the time I went back to school. So that was fun. It really smoked a lot, and we lost literally hundreds of dollars of vitamins, which I thought was quite. Is there a way to make sure that these trees go one direction? But yeah, that I do not recommend. And the fire department. Oh my gosh, go there. The fire department. Stay. The fire department came and they put these giant they kicked us out of our house. They're like, nope, get out. And we're like, okay. It actually, how do I say this? It stained the walls.
Yeah.
It was bad. I don't recommend at all. It was very expensive. Fortunately, my parents had insurance. And fires were not common there, so fire insurance was included. And unlike in California, but that's like wildfire insurance is not included. But yeah, it like the ceiling was black. My dad shut it off was actually he took a pot and covered it, which is a very smart thing to do in any sort of fire like that. He literally took a pot lid, knocked it off the stove, this whole basket, and I can add frogs. I don't know. I can see if we have frogs. Yeah, and then he covered it with the pot. So with the pot, and it burned through the pot, like actually, like it wasn't a hole in the pot, but it was a nice little divot, and the pot was like not okay for obvious reasons. It was on top of a fire; it should not be okay. But yeah, don't do that. Again, it was an accident, but always make sure that there's nothing on your stove before turning it on. It will save you a lot of money in painting and repairing. However, we did get a nice deck and a nice kitchen counter out of it. So, I mean, silver lining.
Well,
it also burned through the counter. Yeah.
When I was growing up, we had a similar thing, but nowhere near as disastrous. We had in the farm. We call them an aga, which are coal-fired cookers, which are permanently running. And you'd have a hot oven, a cold oven, and the tops, which had closable lids, but it was permanently running because it had a coal burner inside it. So one busy weekend, my mother comes at home. It's a case of, right, we're going to have chicken for Sunday lunch, and she goes to cook it all, and she's looking around, and she can't find the chicken. So I'm like, you know where the chicken's gone? And then it dawned on us. Go over to cooker and open up the slow cooker door. She cooked it the previous Sunday and forgotten about it. And it'd been in the oven, on the low oven, for 7 days.
No!
And
oh my goodness!
This thing was welded to the tray. It had gone from the size of the chicken down to literally about the size of a baked potato in size, but it was literally charcoal carbonized bones in a few bits in a tray after a week in the oven.
How did she not smell that?
It was just one of those things. It became a background smell, and we'd just not noticed. And yeah. And my mother is literally stood there crying, laughing, and couldn't do anything holding this tray. So I'd like,
that's funny.
You cooked it for 7 days.
I will say, knowing my um English in-laws and family by proxy, like family that's not actually related. Um,
Mm.
I can definitely see that as the reaction. Y'all seem to have some good reactions to shit going wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know how well us Yanks deal with that. Is Yanks a bad word anymore? I don't know. Or is that mean? I thought it was funny.
But Yanks.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yikes.
what people used to say in Boston, and I never knew if it was like mean or not.
Oh, it's just a general term. It's sort of like, oh God, it's them Yanks again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, but I mean, words and meanings change, so it's you check in with people.
Mm.
Um, but
It's the British.
yeah, and this is why it's important. Everyone, check your ovens and your doors before you go to bed. It will save you a
Oh,
lot of
the,
money and a headache.
oh, but later on in that year, when it got to the winter, the wind turned to a north wind,
That's true.
and the chimneys on this, the house was 450 years old. So the more it went north, the more the chimney drew, and of course it was full of anthracite coal, and we had just below hurricane force winds blowing the chimney, and this ancient cast iron cooker full of coal melted. We rung the fire brigade for some advice, and it's a case of the aluminium liner of the door had melted out and run across the floor and solidified it, and it was actually a bright yellow as the rest of the ironwork of this thing. And it's a case of what do we do? And it was just a case of literally leave it alone and let the coal burn out. And then after that, we had to throw it. We had to throw it away because it was just had it.
Yeah.
But because,
Astrid made a good point. And yeah, not all Americans are Yankees. You know what? I probably got because I lived on the East Coast in Boston. So I know we had the Reds. I think don't we didn't isn't Boston like Red Sox and Yankees? I don't know. I never did sports very well. I'm just saying.
Yankees in England would be more of a term we used in the Second World War to describe the Americans that came across. Oh, it's the Yanks. It was a colloquial term we applied to US forces and personnel visiting. Because
I knew it was made or started with the English, which is why I asked. But I don't know etymology.
It stems from the both First and Second World War when we had so many American servicemen here. It was a slang term used to describe them.
Slang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. So, what drinks, alcoholic or not, but going back to a little previous topic, do we think? I'm just gonna start naming gods and y'all pipe in. Do we think let's start with Zeus. Let's start with go top down. As far as the Olympians, then maybe next time we'll talk about the Titans. Although I think frankly they'd probably drink rivers, but whatever. But what do we think? What is Zeus's favorite drink? It can be alcoholic, it can be non-alcoholic, or like drinks that Zeus would like. Some nice wine. I could see that wine. Yeah. Do we think like a red wine or like a white wine, like a Chardonnay?
Oh, it'd definitely be a red wine.
Red wine.
Yeah.
What about y'all? Water.
Water would Poseidon. Water would be Poseidon's.
Well, yeah. I can see that. Water is the most sacred liquid. Yes. We're gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cross out water. Because it's too easy. Everyone needs. Not everyone loves water, but everyone drinks water. I think. I don't know. My little brother lives off of Arizona iced tea. So.
In history, milk was used a lot instead of water because water used to be contaminated and poisoned, but milk fresh from an animal was always considered safe.
Oh, that's
Therefore,
interesting.
Milk. Yeah, that's why it's one of the things that caused humanity to actually go from nothing to expand into the civilization we are now, is because we could digest and drink milk. We had a safe supply of drink instead of water, which was
So we
usually
wouldn't get
infected.
poisoned. Yes, that
Yeah,
makes total sense. Goat's milk.
that's
Oh, that's a good one. I would agree with that. Goat's milk is, to my understanding, very luxurious. It's very like creamy. Um,
Pan might object.
I think you'd only half object. That was probably the best Hellenic joke I've ever made.
That
I don't need
conversation
you.
can
I
take a
make
very
I pick
interesting.
myself up. Oh my gosh, so good. You want to hear? This is, by the way, this is a great story. It's a joke. It's a terrible joke. Well, it's not really a joke. It's satire. I don't know. It's supposed to be funny. My dad has weird humor. This is how I know my dad accepted me. Well, besides the fact that he gave me a very how do I say this? I'm gonna say it's a notebook. It was on my Greek list, and it had stars and stuff on it. Hera drinks the hardest things. I could
cute.
see Hera drinking like a whiskey sour. So my dad told me, like, back in the show Hercules, he's like, because he knows I love it, blah blah blah, and like Hellenism and all that, and he's like, hey, I have a question for you. And I'm like, yeah, like super randomly. He's like, it's about Aphrodite. And I was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, so Aphrodite, like, she's been around like forever, right? And I was like, I mean, yeah. She's a god. And he's like, and like, there's been lots of depictions of her or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, let me ask you something about the Hercules one. And I was like, all right, whatever. And he goes, not Aphrodite, Athena. It was Athena. He's like, how come Athena's wearing glasses? And I'm like, what? Because she's the goddess of wisdom. Like, she would read a bunch probably. And he's like, yeah, but glasses weren't invented in ancient Greece. And I was like, ha, 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 Dad. I was like, oh, that was the worst. But he, very similar to myself, he cracks himself up. So, I got that from him.
You sit there and tell yourself a joke and laugh.
I literally do that all the time. Like, literally do that. Like, I will talk out loud, make a pun, laugh at it, and no one will be around. Like, I will rewatch things in my head, like shows, because I have such a visual memory, and I'll remember, like, I'll just start laughing and be like, what? Oh, I just remembered like something funny from a show I watched. Like, because that's totally normal. On that note, I did want to also preface something that you said earlier, John. That you know, all of us come from some trauma or whatever, and I would like to I kind of said it before, but I do want to caveat that, because it is it's a bit presumptuous, and I don't really want to represent the pagan or Hellenic community like that. Not that it's bad, but we are people, and we've
everybody on the
all
planet.
like, we've all gone through things, and some people aren't finished with their journeys yet, and it can be very difficult. And I just want to say that, you know, whichever, whether you've had more or less difficulties in your life, it does not make you more or less of a pagan, of a person, or whatever. This is not a prerequisite. There is no prerequisites for this. I would hope that would be a prerequisite, actually. That would be like, but as we know, the gods do like to put us through our paces sometimes and help us learn lessons that maybe we
all need to start a journey.
That's right. You got to start a journey before you can end it.
Yeah.
I always told my husband the hardest thing is walking out the door. It's
especially
starting.
if it's locked.
Say again?
Especially if it's locked.
Yeah. Yeah. I've locked myself out of my boyfriend's house like 3 times. No, 2 times in a week.
Oh, a couple of years ago.
I have some experience with locked doors.
Uh, got a good one for you. A few years ago, a friend of mine bought himself a lockpicking kit, and he was just messing about with it at home one day, trying to show some of his other friends how good he was at it. And he snapped the whole thing off in the lock. And I was down in the village in the bar, and I get this phone call very, very sheepishly. He locked them all inside the apartment, and they couldn't get out. It's sort of like, could you come up and we'll drop the key down to you, and can you actually open the apartment and let us all out? So, middle of afternoon, I'm half drunk, and there's four people locked themselves in the apartment because they've tried to play with the lock picking kit and broken it all inside the
Oh
lock.
no!
So,
Thank you for
because I had
that
the key on the outside,
because my
because I had the
boyfriend has a
key.
lock picking kit.
Oh God, no! Just don't let him.
I know.
Fortunately, I could put the key from the outside, and it'd push everything in the lock into the house on the inside. Then I could unlock the door for him. And when I got there, I'm literally just stood there with the key in the hand, and he turns this beautiful shade of red as everybody just starts laughing. Sort of like, only you could do that.
That's funny. All right, we got some really good drink contestants here. Contestants, contenders, whatever. Suggestions.
Yeah.
Pick suggested milk for Hera being the mother goddess. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. I never thought of that. I've thought of milk for Demeter because harvest, and I always put like animals in there as well because you get milk from animals, and technically that technically called harvesting. I always thought it was technically called harvesting.
Call it whatever you want. I've got one
I
here.
mean, the act is milking, but like, are you harvesting milk? Or you? I don't know. I'm not a
No.
farm person. Demeter drinks
milk
beer
is
and
milking.
vodka because that makes total sense, Constantinos. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God! Well, what's the drink that has milk and vodka in it? I don't remember what it's called. I don't know.
Milk
I
and
bet
vodka.
I know that there's a drink that has milk and vodka in it.
Sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible. I'm not a big drinker, so I wouldn't know.
Here's one.
Juices as well.
Pomegranates.
Poseidon definitely drinks something that has salt in it. White Russians.
Yeah.
There it is. Cream, not milk. Cream. Thank you.
Same thing. Bit plumpier. But what about pomegranate juice? As pomegranates are the
Yep.
Well, gods.
I think Demeter would have issue with that, particularly.
If Zeus said he's drinking it, I don't think there'd be much of an argument.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that, but I mean.
So that could be Demeter's.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to her because I think it would hold sore memories. Frankly, I think Demeter's over it by now, but.
No, I know some people can really hold a grudge. And you think 2,000 years is enough?
I think a few thousand years, a millennia or so, would be enough. Yeah.
I reckon they still hold a grudge.
Hestia drinks juices and sodas. Oh, I could totally see that. I could totally see her with like the Vitamix like Ultra Blender, like being like, would you like a juice, dear? It'll be good for your tummy. I don't know. I can't. I haven't thought about what Hestia sounds like. But like I could totally see it being like, you should have a juice. Like it'll be good for you.
Is it possible to put vines up the wall?
I think so. Why am I not able to?
We've got a lot of cliff face there.
Yeah.
Nice little vine climbing up it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to put the trees in there. But I like it because then it's also, this is like kind of perfect because, first off, it's connected to this, which is of course the start where everyone joins in. She's next to Zeus, and I think Hestia and Zeus like really jive. They're even like Hestia on my altar is on the Zeus side of. There's a whole thing. I should eventually re-upload the video. But because I think like, and I think I read somewhere like she's one of Zeus's like favorite sisters or something. And also because behind Zeus and Hera, we can't see it because we're too low. Let me go up a little bit. Butterflies in the sky. We're gonna fly so high. I know that's not the right lyrics. Okay. This is what Nathan started building Mount Olympus. So having her temple be down here makes total sense because she would be right near Mount Olympus, which in my opinion, I think is where she commutes to take care of the hearth. And I think that's an easy commute, and I think she would appreciate that. Palms are sacred to Hera. I have heard that, yes. Cereals are sacred to... cereals? Like Captain Crunch? Because I will totally give Captain Crunch to Demeter.
No, you should be offended if you serve that poison. Just think some...
I and my little brother would object, but fine.
You're an American. You don't get to vote.
That's true. I was raised on Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch and those Smucker's PB&J frozen things. Grain. Got it.
Actually, isn't there...
oh, yeah, true. It is made from corn. You're right. Yeah. Wait, is maize, corn, are those the same or are they technically different?
It's the same thing.
What would Athena drink? Ooh, that's a good question. Coffee. No. Yes.
No.
Espresso. No, latte. Espresso's for Hermes. What's a calming drink? I feel like coffee is a calming drink. I feel like she would also drink a lot of tea. Yay, we have 100 messages. Yay, guys. Tea. I agree. I agree. Tea.
Green tea.
Green tea. It's very specific. Why?
Green tea is a cleansing tea. Actually has recognised medical properties. There's many teas, but it's a detoxing, cleansing tea. Is green.
It's also really good. The caffeine in green tea is actually better for you than the caffeine in like regular tea or coffee because of the way our body metabolizes it. I actually do know a little bit about green tea, but yeah. So it means it's all fuel and no crash. It is a little hard on the stomach though. Yes, I agree. I could totally see her drinking something like a Cosmo or like that's the only name of a colored fun drink I know. I know that there are other ones and I've seen them, but I don't know what their names are. Let's see. So we've got Hera. We did Zeus. We only did water for Poseidon. What else would Poseidon drink?
So we picked up on a salty drink for Poseidon.
Yeah, but what's a salty drink? The only thing I could think of was V8.
What's that cocktail they make where they put the salt all around the rim of the glass?
A martini?
No, that's an olive and it's shaken and not stirred.
Yes. Yes, I actually don't know how to make a vodka shaken, not stirred. But
margarita.
The one drink I learned how to make. Margarita. There it is. Margarita.
Margaritas are served a lot in the Mediterranean, so that'd be the perfect one. Mediterranean EC, it comes out of the Mediterranean, Jot sits down at a beach bar, couple of margaritas, good night. He's having a day off and relaxing.
Yeah.
That's why he's having a margarita.
I don't know. I don't. What would Poseidon drink?
I could make a worse suggestion of sangria.
Oh, no, sangrias are nice. Cactus coolers.
Nice.
No, not cactus coolers.
Sangria's only nice if it's made by a barman correctly. If it comes in a carton or a plastic bottle, you're liable to walk back out wearing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gross. I've had sangria a couple times. When I say I've had, I mean I took literally 2 sips. But they were quite nice.
There's a lot of alcohol in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like Long Island iced tea?
It has about... When I was in Spain, the local barman used to have 11 different alcohols in it. And then just a token gesture of something else. It was ice cube, cut up oranges, limes and other stuff, and then 11 different liqueurs and spirits in it.
Wow. That's a lot.
We used to serve it in the pint glass to the Finns. The The Finnish,
There
if
it
you ever
is.
meet somebody from Finland, they can drink any alcohol, and it's like water to them. And this was nicknamed the Finn Killer because you could give a pint to them and they would pass out drunk.
So, okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about what's in the comments here for a second. Um, I love you guys. You leave me with so many openings. Constantinos, Karis drinks blood, so that means she's a vampire. She? Yeah, pretty sure. I just looked that up. So, yeah, female death spirits. So are we talking? Because it says the Karis, singular Karis. That means there were more of them. Do we have vampires? Holy shit! Do we have vampires? Because I am so pro that. Let's do that. I am ready for Lestat and Armand to become like demigods.
Hello.
Oh shit, that's a good idea.
Hello, Astrid.
Hello.
Oh hey Astrid.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
I
you know, it
pretty
only
voice.
took like years. Ha!
It's nice to have a third voice.
There we. Oh, I grew myself into a. I threw myself into a tree. Okay, I want to see if I can find frogs for a second because there was a request for frogs. We don't have frogs. Sorry, Konstantinos. The opposite of Thanatos. So does Thanatos drink chamomile tea then? This is the streams we need to be having. This is the conversations Hellenism needs.
Chamomile tea is soothing to put you to sleep.
Hypnos?
Maybe that would be, yes.
What's
Do
a
you have turds?
Lamia?
A Gorgon?
Oh. Duh.
Hmm.
That was dumb. He's Hypnos' brother, so probably. Okay, that makes sense. I swear I'm gonna buy one of those freaking giant family trees for the gods one of these days. I'm gonna get one of those because
Like the posters from Really Useful Charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are good.
It would
You
be
need
just
it.
really easy for me to remember things if I could see them.
It's like when
What is
you're on
sleep
computer
for-
streaming, you have them on the wall in front of you, so you can look really, really knowledgeable. Just big lists, so you can quickly look and tell everyone.
Astrid, can you say what you typed? Because I want to clip it later.
What is sleep but a rehearsal for death?
What would Artemis drink? Actually, wait, I can clip it now. Hold on. Before I forget and I have to go look for it. I know I can put a thing in here that says clip it.
Artemis would be the one who drinks coffee. Gets you buzzing, get your stamina, get you really going for the hunt. Artemis is the black coffee, no sugar.
Can you say what you typed? Because I want to clip it later. What would Artemis drink?
What?
Later.
What is sleep but a rehearsal for death?
Oh, sorry, you guys are hearing it twice. I am going to...
Yeah.
Um,
If you're going to go on
I
the
want to
hunt
use
and
clips more because we can use audio. We can. I know how to do automated sound clips based on something that someone does in the stream or whatever. So I want to start doing those. We're looking for a video person. Forgot to shout that out. By the way, since I'm talking about things I'm going to do, let's talk about something I did for like 3 seconds.
did it involve fire?
No. But we're
sure?
cooking with fire now. Or the phrase is we're cooking with gas. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, y'all will see a little PayPal QR code. For the time, because Helena Carroll wasn't making any money for a long time. I mean, now we're not really making a lot of money, but I thought it might be a good preemptive thing to do to make its own PayPal. So that is how you can give money straight to the PayPal without giving it to other platforms as well. because some of the platforms we don't love the politics of. And yeah,
A typical American business policy will take 90% as commission, and there's your pennies.
they a lot of places take a decent chunk. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. That's the only development that we are ready to say at this juncture. There are other things coming, but they have to get foundation put first. Black coffee is no sugar, also known as get up and go. Absolutely. Would Apollo drink boogie drinks like champagne? I have never heard of champagne and pink wine, but I love.
Do you drink Bucks Fizz?
I don't know what that is.
Basically, alcoholic orange juice.
I do not.
It's an English thing.
I will look forward to trying it.
You can give it a miss if you want.
What?
Yeah, it's not the best drink in the world. That's.
Let's see. And okay, so what else? What else we have to do for Apollo? Oh man, expensive drinks. I think our Apollo would love a Why is my brain dying? Champagne orange juice. Talk about a morning drink. I think Apollo would also drink coffee though, because he's got to get up early. Old and vodka. Okay. Alcoholic orange juice would be okay. Screwdriver. That's not what.
Bucks Fizz is champagne and orange juice, I think. Also, who would drink a fortified drink like sherry or port? That's a really heavy one.
Hades.
Maybe you have status. Yeah.
I think Hades would have a nice glass, a little bit of sherry at the end of the day. Mimosa. Yeah. Thank you, Pick. Thank you. The basic white bitch over here couldn't remember what a mimosa was.
Is that Indian food? Mimosa? Sounds like Indian food.
Oh yeah, it's a very. I don't know where the name came from. Let's see. Dionysus just mixed all the alcohol. Yes. Let's see. Astrid knows the I think all of the deities as far as like names and stuff better than I do. So is there one that let's see, we did Artemis, we did Apollo. I mean, I think all y'all know them probably better. But we did Artemis, Apollo, we did a little bit of Ares, we couldn't quite figure one out for Poseidon. We said margaritas, but it just has salt on the rim. It doesn't have salt in it, so I'm not completely convinced on that one. We did Hestia. Did we do Hestia? Yeah. We did juices and tea. We did Hypnos. We did Zeus. We did Hera. What would Hecate drink? Ooh, that's a good one. If you're okay to talk, Astrid, I want to encourage you to. Because I miss talking to you. Haven't voice talked to you in a while. But I'm sure you might be doing some stuff. I don't know what Hecate would do. Oh, you're thinking. Okay. See, I don't think a lot. I just say things. I actually got in a lot of trouble for that when I was a kid.
Hecate, the goddess of boundaries, crossroads. How about mixers?
I could see that. Mixes. That's a fair.
Different mixers. Because she covers so many different things, but it's always at a point of crossing. Different mixes.
I love that. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know. I'm very sure I've seen people on TikTok be like, "What would so and so drink?" I'm totally gonna ask them to make these.
Yeah.
I can't make them because I will literally have nothing to do with these. Oh, I know a bartender. I know a bartender now. Shit. One of my partners has a friend who's a bartender who recently moved into town, and her and I get on. Or like she's cool. So maybe I'll ask her to make the drinks. I know a bartender. We can have Hellenic parties now. I think mixers is solid, but if we had to narrow it down to like a specific drink, like favorite, like Hecate could drink this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, they could all drink any of these things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They don't give a shit, but
How
Hebe.
about Eros? What would Eros drink?
Okay, so we got Hebe and we got Eros. Hebe. God damn,
it'd
I
probably
feel like that's
have
going to
to
be
be,
an
uh,
energy drink. Energy drinks are really popular with the kids. Black tea. I could see that.
Well, if we're going to do that, we bundle in along with Ganymede. Both
I don't know
useful.
Ganymede.
Ganymede took over from Hebe when she was replaced with a new favourite by Zeus. And half the story on Ganymede just ignore because it's Christian lies.
That's so
he was the
mean,
cupbearer of the gods.
Zeus.
Oh no, Zeus. No, if you
You're
there's
not my
a lot
favorite
of-
anymore. Sorry.
there's a lot of incorrect stories about Ganymede out there, but if you actually read the original text, he was brought in as a replacement for Hebe.
Do you have any good resources on this one that we can throw in the chat?
My resource on that is a 2,000-page book.
Is it what?
Can't really upload it. The Ganymede story's in the book. I can't really upload it.
Ah.
The story's referenced in about 4 different places. Plato's one of them. But basically, Hebe was the original cupbearer of the gods.
Yeah.
She was young. She was replaced by Ganymede, so you have 2 young cupbearers, servants to the gods at different times. So it'd be a case of what drink would they both have. I'd bundle them together.
Yeah. Okay. So Constantinos agrees. Hebe would drink monster drinks. Yeah. All the young kids drink like monsters and Red Bulls that I've seen. I mean, they drink other things too, but I've seen. I mean, their bodies can just process it better, man. Like
It sounds like
once
we
you hit your
should lump
30s,
in
it's
the-
all downhill. That's not true. I've gotten actually better with my age.
Would you lump in the sirens with them?
Ah, the sirens. That's right. I forgot those existed.
Hyperactive kids, sirens.
I
pretty
honor
much the
and-
same
oh.
thing.
Yes, I would imagine so. I can't imagine. It's like that's like interning for the gods. Like, I mean, I actually want that to be a comic. Someone please make that. I will help. I have plot lines already.
Actually, Ganymede was a prince of Troy, I think. He was a royal prince.
Wow, talk about a
It's a
moving up
really
in the
interesting
world.
story. He was
That's
a royal
great.
prince who was favoured by Zeus and he was brought up
That is
and made immortal. And his father, the king, was given...
I think I've heard this story.
was he given Pegasus as a compensation?
Don't ask me. Who else
taken
knows?
Yeah, someone else on that. I'll have to go find the story again. It's been
Yeah,
a long
you
time
post
since
it later in the server. That's a cool story.
Yeah, I'll track it down.
I think
Yeah.
I've heard it on I probably
Does it
heard it on the
explain-
Myths and Legends podcast. They're a very good podcast. I'm not paid to plug this, by the way. In any way, I just really like their stories. And I like the way that they compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred.
Hi, Fred.
Yeah.
And also that the story of Zeus and Ganymede in Roman mythology, you got God Jupiter and Ganymede's the cupbearer to him. So the planet Jupiter, when they found the first moon, was named after Ganymede because he's the cupbearer servant. That's
Oh,
why
that's cool.
the
That's
moon around
cute.
Jupiter's named Ganymede.
I should get into science more just because of that, the astrology stuff. And it's really funny.
Here's
I remember
one.
there was
Why did
You
they
found a
choose
source?
Artemis? Why have they
What?
chosen Artemis to name the new trip to the moon?
Oh, I don't know. Is there a reason?
I don't know myself. I was just asking.
You know
if
what?
anyone
I
knew.
will ask my partner. He's super into space.
Yeah.
And he'll probably know.
Hmm.
Eris is your favorite, the goddess of discord, and you ask why your white life is crazy, Fred. Oh, really? Hellenic John, sorry.
Hi.
Eris,
Because Artemis is associated with the moon.
oh, that makes sense.
Would
That
it be
makes sense.
Selene?
She's associated. I thought Selene is the asteroid.
Is
Isn't
the
it Selene?
yes, the titan of the moon.
Yeah, isn't she like Helios, like the personification?
Yep.
Hmm.
Nice. Look, I remembered
That's
something.
good.
And much
I'm
like
gonna-
how Apollon later is eclipsed Helios, Artemis later eclipsed Selene.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks, Alexa.
See?
Stop.
We are learning today. I
I
always
love
had it in
it.
my head that Selene was the goddess of the moon. Just unplug Alexa.
She didn't hear me the first time. It's because I said thank you first. I'm too
Alexa,
polite
set
to my
alarm for
machines.
3 a.m.
Haha, it's not on speaker. If it wasn't on speaker, you guys would hear it yourself. It'd be really annoying. That makes sense, Constantine. Yeah. Being Apollo and Artemis are, brother and sister, so of course that Apollo would go see his sister. Makes total sense. There's a dwarf planet named Eris.
There's
Wow.
a lot of dwarf planets they've found now. We'll probably find if we've got the names of all the dwarf planets, it'd all be similar and linked in. But somebody at NASA really knows their mythology when naming stuff.
I think there's definitely some. I mean, everyone loves those little kind of Easter egg kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, that's funny, that's cute, yeah. So I feel like that's probably more the case, and they're like, oh, what would be cool, So, apple juice. Apple juice for who? Astrid. Oh, what would Eris drink? I completely missed that. I don't know why I didn't. We were talking about, there was some person that we mentioned, but then we stopped. We got distracted. I can't remember.
Oh, we'd resolved it because Hebe, Ganymede, and possibly the Sirens would all drink Monster.
Yeah, or energy drinks. So that make, you know what? No, it makes sense that they would drink Monster, or just not Red Bull, because of course Red Bull gives you wings. So it's Hermes.
Fred, none of us has a clue what she's making. She's just been doing this for about an hour now.
Oh,
I think
I'm
it's telling
making
that.
Hestia's temple.
No, we're on about the green bit you're actually making.
Oh,
What is
that's
it?
the ceiling. So that it's nice and cozy and like cottage core-y. So you go in and it'll be like leaves, and then I'm gonna probably make some sort of walls. I just don't know what to do yet. But I did like the idea of that when I saw the tree do this over there. I was like, oh, that needs to be the ceiling for the thing. I just decided what things would look like and didn't tell anybody. I should just join VC. Unfortunately, I actually do have to go. Because I am a day behind in my packing. And preparing, and my little brother's coming over here today, and I need to make sure those instructions are made for him. Oh. Huh. Will start to disappear. We don't take it out of creative mode for very long, though. Tuesday. Tuesday pick. Tuesday. So, it's coming up on me there. And we're leaving about Tuesday midday, so I don't exactly have 2 full days. Wait. Today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I have 2 full days. See, this is how I didn't realize it was Friday yesterday. So I will, if I turn around, can I go this direction? I'm gonna go this direction and try to get Hestia's hearth in for the last frame. I actually actively do try to get really good pictures. What if I hold the tree? You can kind of see the tree. I have to fly in order for it to work. No! I'm terrible at any sort of directions. Alright, so we're gonna have to come write all these down at some point because these were great. I love this, you guys. On branches. Oh, yes! 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 I agree, Astrid. That is a great idea. Which if I don't write down, I will forget. Sign.
Put a notice board and write it there.
Huh?
Put a notice board, like a little placard, right in the middle there, and write it on the sign in the game. Because if you write it anywhere else, travel to England, come back, you will lose the note.
Yeah, that's what I was
If you
doing.
leave it in the game. Up to self.
There's an leaves. And then another one right here. That actually not right there. That's too close. Estia. Outdoor. Cottage core. Temple. That way if anyone comes and decides to help, they know the kind of aesthetic we're going for. I think that spot is just like the perfect spot for Estia's duties. I have to fix it. Actually, that works. Boop. Okay. Ah, it's fire. There we go. Ah! That was so scary. Jesus. How's that? That looks good. Yeah? Brilliant. Okay, I got a F1. Yes. Look, I'm remembering hotkeys now. Only after the 500th Minecraft stream. Alrighty, guys. What?
Progress. That's progress. After the 500th stream, you made it.
Mythology lover. Oh. I hadn't heard your voice before or recently, so I was like, who the hell is that? Yes, progress. I mean, well, if you remember, I've never played Minecraft before this, so F2. Awesome. So officially saying bye to everybody. Wait, there we go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good.